Hi there, my lovelies. This is Jana here. Welcome to my kitchen. So today I have something you're going to love because it's a full meal with all the things you need in a meal, like carbs and protein and all the goodness in one dish. Beautifully put together, impressive, and so good, because what can go wrong with a vegan ground meat and potatoes, right? I know. So let me show you how I put it together. First, we're going to start by cubing some potatoes like that, to which are going to be fried. They don't need to be fried. You can put them in an air fryer or you can bake them. I mean, it's up to you. The reason why I fried them, I'm going to be honest with you, is because the original recipe is fried. But I could have put it in the oven or in the air fryer. But when they're fried, deep fried in oil, they look better on camera. Yeah, that's why. So, disclaimer, okay? That's why. But you can choose. And we're going to fry them for about 5-6 minutes until they're golden brown and reserve. And now we're going to make a vegan egg mixture, which is water, chickpea flour, nutritional yeast, salt, and some lemon juice. We're going to mix. And I thought that it was too thin, so I added 2 more tablespoons of chickpea flour and reserve. Now, as I have mentioned, we're going to make vegan ground meat, but we're going to use TVP. And I know you hate TVP. I used to hate TVP too, until I realized a new method, a new way of cooking that is so good. I have this recipe already published on the channel. Click over here if you want to check it out. But I'm going to do it very quickly now again with you guys. And the first step to make a ground beef, as in a TVP, which stands it stands for texture protein, TVP, texture vegetable protein. It's made out of a whatever protein, but in this case it's made out of soy, okay? The first step we're going to do, which is crucial for any recipe using TVP, is to sift it. So we're going to sift it and we're going to discard this powder that fell out from the actual TVP, okay? And then what we're going to be using is only the TVP and not that flour with that lingering soy taste. We don't need that, discard. Now, we're not going to soak it in water. We're not going to rehydrate it. We're going to proceed to make the actual dish as if you were using meat. Now, the second step to make a delicious ground beef using TVP is we're going to make a broth, because we're not going to rehydrate it in water. We're not going to soak it in water so it gets soft. And no, we're going to, like I said, proceed to make it in the skillet all together. But for that, we need a little extra water, which is not going to be water. It's going to be a delicious broth. And we're going to add to this broth spices and herbs such as dried oregano, dried basil, salt, black pepper, garlic powder, some tomato passata or tomato puree, some lemon juice, and mix. And now we're going to make the actual ground TVP in a skillet, and it's going to be even simpler than you would make before. Remember before that soaking and stuff? We're going to skip that. We're going to add oil to a skillet, and when hot, we're going to add onions. And when the onions are golden brown, we're going to add red bell peppers, and then the TVP, and a bay leaf. And we're going to stir fry for 2 minutes in medium-low heat, okay? Then we're going to add the broth little by little, a little bit now. And once the TVP has absorbed all the liquid, we're going to add some more, and so on, until all the liquid is gone. Now, instead of the salt, you can add a soy sauce. That is what I usually do. And this time I forgot, so I added salt. Lucky me, it was not salty enough. So then I added some extra soy sauce, which improved the color a little bit more. It turned it a little bit more brown or brownish, and that's exactly what I wanted. So learn from my mistakes. Add soy sauce instead of salt, okay? And we're going to reserve. We're going to preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. That will be 355 degrees Fahrenheit. And now we're going to assemble the casserole and you're going to see how beautiful it is. I'm very excited because it's pretty. It's an only dish kind of dinner with only a salad on the side. That's phenomenal. You're gonna love it. Different. I like different things. You know that because you have seen all my recipes. You keep telling me that's unique. Yeah, it is, because I veganize things that I learned or that I remember or that I learned from cooking school. It's my job here. So back to the recipe. We are going to now grease a baking sheet with olive oil, and then we're going to add some breadcrumbs to the bottom of it. And now we're going to add a layer of the fried cubed potatoes, 1/3 the egg replacement, 1/3 of the TVP, some vegan cheese, and again some potatoes. And then the chickpea egg, or the chickpeas egg broth, whatever you want to call, some more TVP, and then some more cheese, and more potatoes, and we're going to end up with a little bit more cheese. In retrospect, I think that, first of all, cheese, if you want to learn a lot of cheese recipes, I have plenty. Click over here. You can choose any of those firm cheeses that I made. Any of them will work, but you don't need to add cheese. No, sir. If you don't want to add cheese, you can add a little bit of a bechamel sauce. I also have recipes for bechamel. Click over here. And or if you don't want to add anything, you don't have to. Okay, this how can I say? It didn't improve it. It made it more beautiful. I'm being honest. It didn't need it. It's not that I didn't like it. I loved it, but I'm just giving you guys options. And I don't want you not to make it because you don't have the vegan cheese. That's the point. That's the point. That's the whole point. Okay. Sometimes when a recipe requires something and you need to put it in, I tell you, you must put, but in this recipe you can leave it out. There's no problem about that. Now we're going to put it in the oven for about 30 minutes. And if you see that the top is getting a little bit too brown too soon, you can cover it with aluminum foil. No problem, okay? And then 5 minutes, 10 minutes before the cooking time is done, you just remove it so it browns a little bit more on top and you are done.
I wonder how this night will be. The apple does not fall from the tree.
So good.
She said I almost died a week ago. I lost my will. I thought I let you know.
We just took two very frugal type of foods and brought it to a whole new level because they were put together. Yes, ground beef and vegan ground beef and potatoes. I mean, it's ancient, but in this way it's not, and that's why we love it, isn't it? I have something stuck in my tooth. Okay. So this is it for today. I hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know. You can add any vegetables you have laying around in your refrigerator. Okay, you want to get rid of that little amount of peas that you have, corn, whatever, you put it in. It's beautiful. So let me know in the comments below if you're going to make it. If you're planning to make it, please invite me, please, because I love it, and I'm gonna love to meet you and taste your food. And if you make it and decide not to invite me, please tag me on Instagram and Facebook. This way I can drool all over your pictures and creations. I love when you guys do that. Follow me on my social media, Instagram and Facebook. Subscribe to my channel, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Have a fabulous week. Bye bye.